I've lab tested over 30 countertop water filters so far, and these 5 earned the highest scores as of late 2025 going into 2026 at the time of recording. In this video, I'll show you which won, why they won, and most importantly, what those scores mean so you can choose the right system for your water. If you like data-driven reviews with real lab results, like and subscribe so you don't miss my next round of water filter testing. Because I test products at different times, the tap water I start with isn't identical day to day. Fluorine levels, disinfection byproducts, fluoride, and even minerals can fluctuate within a water system throughout the day. To make fair apples-to-apples comparisons, I rank every product using a proprietary weighted scoring model that relies on hard data. The weights are contaminant reduction being the most important and weighted at 55% of the overall score, design at 10%, filtration rate at 10%, setup at 10%, maintenance at 10%, and company at 5%. Some of these top-level categories have subcategories that are also combined and weighted to determine the score. For example, the design score is made up from 2 subcategories: component quality and materials safety certification. Maintenance includes servicing requirements and ongoing cost consideration. Aesthetic factors like taste are too subjective. For example, demineralized water can taste bad for some folks, but not for others. I don't score taste. I score measurable performance, verifiable certifications, speed, cost, and build quality. So here's the leaderboard at the time of recording, highest to lowest overall score. AquaTru Carafe and Classic at 9.57 and 9.54 respectively. Culligan ZeroWater at 9.33. Waterdrop A1 at 9.17. Epic Pure Dispenser at 9.05. And British Berkefeld with Ultra Stericyl filters at 8.99. Now let's dive into how each of these products achieved the score it did. I'm going to quickly go over their category scores, but if you want to see the data in more detail, check out my dedicated reviews of each system, which I will link up in the description. AquaTru continues to hold the highest score of all the water filters I've tested at 9.57 and 9.54 for the Carafe and Classic models respectively. It combines comprehensive contaminant reduction with unusually strong third-party certification coverage and excellent RO efficiency. In my testing, AquaTru reduced every trace contaminant detected in the baseline to undetectable levels, including fluoride, lead, uranium, strontium, molybdenum, barium, and more. It also removed 100% of chlorine, which improves taste and odor. Critically, AquaTru is performance certified by IAPMO to NSF ANSI standards 42, 53, 58, and 401 for the contaminants it claims to reduce, and it's certified to NSF 372 for lead-free materials. That level of coverage is rare, especially among countertop water filters. In terms of efficiency, AquaTru stands out with an approximate 4:1 pure to drain ratio. Traditional under-sink RO systems can waste up to 4 gallons for every 1 gallon of purified water, but AquaTru flips that on its head. Filtration speed is modest. We timed it at 0.03 and 0.04 gallons per minute for the Carafe and Classic versions respectively. Now, a slower filtration speed is actually normal for countertop ROs and not necessarily a reason to discount it. These systems use integrated pumps, which force water through the RO membrane. So let's take a closer look at how AquaTru scored in each category. Contaminant reduction is 9.91 for both models. This is made up of the health-related contaminant reduction subcategory, where each scored 9.9, the aesthetic reduction subcategory of 9.9 as well, which reflects 100% chlorine removal, and the performance certification subcategory, which received the maximum of 10, because AquaTru holds certifications to NSF ANSI standards 42, 53, 58, and 401 for all 83 contaminants they claim to reduce. Design is where the Classic and Carafe differentiate a bit. The Classic lands at 9.7, while the Carafe got a perfect 10. Both purify the same way, but The carafe's borosilicate glass container boosted the component quality subscore, where it received a perfect 10, while the classic received a 9.5 with its use of certified Triton plastic tanks. Both versions are certified for material safety under their NSF-ANSI performance claims, as well as to NSF-ANSI 372 for lead-free materials. This earned a perfect 10 in the certification subcategory. Filtration rate for both came out lower to 7, which was assigned due to the slower 0.03 and 0.04 GPM flow rates we timed. Both models got a perfect 10 for setup because they are truly plug and play. No plumbing, no tools, and only a quick hands-off flush required before first use. Maintenance lands at 9.75 for both the AquaTru Classic and Carafe. Under the servicing requirements subcategory, they got 9.5. On unit indicators remove guesswork, and filter changes are literally twist out and replace. Both versions got a perfect 10 in the ongoing costs subcategory. The Classic averages just 11 cents per gallon, while the Carafe is slightly higher, 19 cents per gallon, but still more affordable than most other water filters. Finally, AquaTru got an 8.8 in the company category due to their 1-year warranty, 30-day returns, and free shipping policies. The main trade-off with AquaTru is that RO water is demineralized by design. If you'd prefer your purified water to be remineralized, pick AquaTru's alkaline VOC filter configuration, which is the easiest way to add those trace minerals back post-filtration. Due to its performance, extensive certifications, high-quality design, and affordable replacement filter costs, AquaTru continues to hold its spot as the best countertop water filter here at the end of 2025 going into 2026. The Culligan with ZeroWater technology pitcher impressed me because it delivered similar contaminant reduction performance to RO without electricity or wastewater, helping it to score a high 9.33 overall. In my lab testing, it eliminated 100% of every health-related contaminant detected in the baseline sample, including fluoride and uranium that were present above health guideline levels. It also completely removed chlorine. What pushes the Culligan ZeroWater so high is its extensive performance certification. It's IATMO certified to NSF-ANSI 42, 53, and 401 for all 22 contaminants they claim it can reduce. This is pretty unique in a countertop gravity-fed water filter, as most others that I've tested are only certified for 1 or 2, if certified at all. And it actually filters really fast for a gravity filter too, which I timed at 1.9 gallons per hour. Setup is equally as simple. You wash the reservoirs, rinse and insert the filter, and that's it. The biggest downside with Culligan ZeroWater, just like with the legacy ZeroWater, is ongoing cost of replacement filters. The cartridge life is short, just 20 gallons, so the cost per gallon is relatively high, coming in at a whopping 90 cents per gallon, which drags the maintenance score down even though cartridge swaps are easy. So let's take a closer look at each of the scoring categories. Contaminant reduction is 9.65. Inside that, it scored 9.7 for its performance with health-related contaminants in my testing. The aesthetic score was slightly lowered to 8 since the water was demineralized, and pH dropped to a slightly acidic 6.6 post-filtration. The performance certification subcategory received a perfect 10 due to its IATMO certifications to NSF-ANSI 42, 53, and 401 for all contaminants they make claims about. Design is 9.4. Component quality is better than a typical pitcher. They definitely took user feedback into account when redesigning this one, helping it receive a 9 in this subcategory. It's certified for material safety as a component of its performance cert, and it's also certified to NSF-ANSI 372, which earned a 10 in the certification subcategory of design. Filtration rate is 9.5 thanks to the fast gravity filtration speed I measured, which was 1.9 gallons per hour. It got a 9.5 for its super easy setup I also mentioned, which involves only a 30-second flush of the filter, no difficult priming necessary. It got an 8 for maintenance. The integrated TDS meter now always measures the water quality, no need to manually test water in your glass. This helped boost the servicing requirements subcategory score to 10. However, the the ongoing costs subcategory score came out to a low 6 due to the fact that this system averages 90 cents per gallon. It got a 7.6 in the company category. And so the main trade-offs to be aware of are that Culligan ZeroWater strips minerals, which drops pH, and can affect the water taste for some people. And replacement filter costs can add up quick. If you can budget for more frequent cartridges, this system's lab performance and extensive certifications are exceptional for a gravity-fed countertop water filter pitcher. Waterdrop's A1 is a modern countertop RO system that blends strong purification with a really polished user experience, which scored 9.12 overall. In my testing, it eliminated or nearly eliminated most metals and inorganics, including fluoride and uranium, and removed chlorine to improve aesthetics. It is IATMO certified to NSF ANSI 58 for TDS reduction. The A1 adds convenience features that many people might really love. Built-in UV, a TDS monitor, a child lock, and water temperature presets ranging from chilled to near boiling. Waterdrop claims it has a 2:1 pure to wastewater ratio. That's half efficient as AquaTru, but still really good for a countertop RO and much better than most conventional ROs. I timed how long it took to filter a full tank, which came to 0.042 gallons per minute. So now let's look at how the A1 performed in our scoring system. It got a 9.54 for contaminant reduction. This is made up from its performance with health-related contaminants in my own testing, where it scored 9.8. It received an 8 in the aesthetic subcategory for its strong chlorine removal and the typical demineralization and lower pH of RO water. It's certified for TDS reduction, but this only covers a fraction of the contaminant reduction claims they make on their website. This earned the A1 an 8 in the certification subcategory of contaminant reduction performance. It got an overall design score of 9.4. It's modern looking, has an intuitive touchscreen with various presets, and is made of plastic that met NSF extraction testing standards, resulting in 9 for component quality. It's certified for material safety under its NSF ANSI 58 performance certification, as well as standard 372 for lead-free materials, so it scored a perfect 10 in the certification subcategory. It received a lower 7 for its slower filtration rate, which came out to just 0.042 GPM like I mentioned. It got an 8 in the setup category, mainly because the initial flush takes longer, 41 minutes total, and requires emptying and refilling the tap water tank multiple times. For maintenance, it got a perfect 10. Under servicing requirements, on-screen filter change reminders remove guesswork, and changing the filters is as easy as twisting them out and in, earning it a 10 for this subcategory. Replacement filters cost an average of just 15 cents per gallon, which earned it a 10 for ongoing costs as well. Finally, it received an 8.65 for company policies due to its 1-year warranty, free shipping to the continental US, and 30-day returns. There are a few setbacks to be aware of with this one as well. There is no integrated remineralization option, certification scope is narrower than AquaTru's, and filtration rate is just as slow. But if you want more advanced features like hot and cold water on demand, along with strong purification, the A1 is definitely worth considering. And a quick note on dichloromethane, also called methylene chloride. It was not detected in my post-filtration sample from the Waterdrop A1. I am aware of other YouTube videos suggesting dichloromethane leaching from the A1 model in the past. Based on my testing, this issue appears to have been addressed, but of course this was just one test with one unit. The Epic Pure Dispenser is the budget standout because it delivers measurable contaminant reductions with very fast gravity performance, scoring a 9.05 overall. In my testing, it fully removed copper, uranium, and chlorine, and reduced fluoride by 27%, bringing it under the HGL. The Epic Pure Filter does not have any third-party performance certifications and was scored accordingly, but for the price, It provided strong results in my own lab testing. Here's the full scoring breakdown, starting with contaminant reduction, where it scored a 9. In our own lab testing, it scored a 9.3 for its performance with the contaminants in our own water. It got a 9.9 in the aesthetics subcategory for its ability to fully remove chlorine, taste, and odor. And again, it doesn't have any official performance certifications, which is a letdown, so it got the lowest score of 6 in that subcategory. In terms of design, it received a lower 7.5. It's all plastic, which scored a lower 8.5 in the component quality subcategory. And its lack of materials safety certifications resulted in the lowest score of 6 there as well. This dispenser is exceptionally fast for a gravity unit, which we timed at 2.23 gallons per hour, and it earned a perfect 10 in the filtration rate category. Setup is 9.5 because you can wash, assemble, run a quick flush, and be filtering in just a few minutes. No difficult filter priming required. Maintenance is 9.5. It has a basic filter life tracker, which counts down the days since it was last reset, which helped it score a 9.5 in the servicing requirements subcategory. As for ongoing cost, filter replacements run about 31 cents per gallon, which earned it a 9.5 in this subcategory. Epic water filters provide both a lifetime warranty and lifetime returns for their products. Free shipping is only available for customers who sign up for their filter replacement subscription program. These policies resulted in an 8.95 in the company category. The trade-offs are exactly what you'd expect at this price point. There are no performance certifications to back up claims, and construction prioritizes simplicity over premium materials. And while it did reduce fluoride, nitrate, and molybdenum, the rates of reduction were lower than others on this list. The ongoing cost of replacement filters is higher than the RO systems on this list, but still much more affordable than the Culligan ZeroWater. If you're looking for a more budget-friendly gravity-fed system with minimal hassle, the Epic Pure Dispenser is a good choice. British Berkefeld is the best performing large capacity stainless steel gravity system I've tested, scoring 8.99 overall. This one is a great option for people who want durable, minimal plastic construction, zero wastewater, and the flexibility to choose their filters based on their goals. They offer two types of filter elements, the Ultra Stericyl and Ultra Fluoride, with the latter adding, you guessed it, fluoride reduction capability. With the Ultra Stericyl filter elements installed, the system is certified to NSF ANSI 42, 53, and 401 for particulates, cysts, turbidity, and microplastics. In our treated city water test, the Ultra Stericyl completely reduced chlorine, copper, uranium, and molybdenum. As expected for this media, it didn't effectively reduce fluoride, barium, or strontium. In a separate, untreated surface water test, the ceramic Ultra Stericyl filters physically removed 100% of E. coli and coliforms. This is excellent for emergency preparation, and I'll link to that video in the description if you want to check it out. Now let's take a closer look at how the British Berkefeld performed in our scoring system. In the contaminant reduction category, it scored a 9.2 when we tested it with the Ultra Stericyl filters, and a 9.17 with the Ultra Fluoride filters. In our own lab testing, the Ultra Stericyl filters scored 9.28, which is an average from our two tests, and the aesthetic score of 9.9. The overall contaminant reduction category score was boosted by their official NSF certifications to standards 42, 53, and 401, which also gave it an 8.5 in that subcategory. The Ultra Fluoride filters, while performing well in our lab testing and scoring a 9.17 for contaminant reduction, are not yet performance certified. This is supposedly in progress, but as of now, that lack of certification scored a 6 in that category and slightly lowered the overall contaminant reduction category score. Design is a perfect 10. Component quality is excellent, a 304 stainless body, stainless spigot option, and very little plastic contact with the water. In the Ultra Stericyl configuration, material safety certification includes NSF 372 for lead-free materials. It scored a low 6.5 for its slow filtration rate, even for a gravity-fed system. This is primarily due to the outer ceramic shell the filters have, and resulted in flow rates of 0.27 and 0.68 gallons per hour with the ultra stericyl and ultra fluoride filters respectively. However, it's good to note here that the more filters you use, the faster the flow. I conducted these two initial tests with just 2 filters, but they now have a massive 6-gallon system that can hold up to 8 filters total, which really increases filtration speed. Slower flow through gravity-fed systems also provides longer contact time with the media, which can help actually increase contaminant reduction performance. Setup is 9 because assembly is simple and does not require the tedious priming like you see with similar stainless steel gravity-fed water filters. Maintenance is 9.25. Under servicing requirements, the filters have a 200-gallon service life each, but there is no integrated filter change reminder or tracker, which resulted in a score of 8.5 in this category. As for ongoing cost, both configurations are affordable to operate over time, roughly 9 cents per gallon for the ultra stericyl and 16 cents per gallon for the ultra fluoride, which resulted in a top score of 10 in this subcategory. British Berkefeld offers strong company policies, including a lifetime warranty, free shipping on orders over $99 to the contiguous US, and a 30-day money-back guarantee. These policies resulted in a higher 9.1 in the company category. The main drawback with this one is how long it takes to filter the water. You'll also need to decide which filter elements to use and whether or not you want to remove fluoride from your water. But if you want certified performance for particulates, cysts, turbidity, and microplastics, and the ability to use in emergency or off-grid scenarios, the system with the ultra stericyl filters is your best bet. The smartest way to pick a countertop water filter is to start with a lab test of your tap water. Once you know what you're trying to remove, you can match the right water treatment technology to the contaminants and water issues present. I use TapScore for all my own water testing projects, and it's hands down the best lab testing service I've found, which provides the most comprehensive analysis. So check out the description where I'll link up to a few of their test kits that I'd recommend. So just a quick note on taste, pH, and remineralization. Reverse osmosis and ion exchange remove minerals, which often lowers pH slightly and can make water taste flat to some people. So if this is the case for you and you want to use one of the top performing countertop RO systems I talked about in this video, you may want to consider remineralization. The AquaTru units have an optional integrated remineralization filter, which is hands down the easiest way to accomplish this. For others, like the Waterdrop A1 that don't though, you'll need to manually remineralize. This can be done with trace mineral drops, though I recently tested a number of the most popular methods, and all of them added unwanted heavy metals to the water. So as of now, I don't have a specific brand or product that I feel comfortable recommending, though I do plan to conduct further testing on more trace mineral products in the future. Alternatively, you could run the purified water through a simple remineralizing pitcher. But again, unless the pitcher is certified to NSF-ANSI standards or you conduct lab testing, there's no way to know whether the media used for remineralization is adding unwanted substances. I also want to talk about how important it is to replace the filters on time and keep up with regular maintenance. So don't guess at this or rely on taste alone. If your countertop water filter has indicators, follow them. If it doesn't, set a calendar reminder on your phone based on your daily water usage and the rated filter capacity. Also, make sure to clean and sanitize the tanks and reservoirs periodically to avoid biofilm. I do this every week. And this is easier for gravity-fed filters, but some RO systems have internal tanks and components which are hidden and you can't manually clean. Luckily, some products, AquaTru being one of them, offer a solution to this problem. They actually sell plugs for the filter slots so you can run a sanitizing solution through the unit to clean all the internal tubing and pumps. This could be another important consideration to think about when choosing the best countertop water filter for your needs. So wrapping up here with a quick summary. If you want the highest scoring product with the most extensive performance certifications and excellent efficiency, pick AquaTru. If you want a certified gravity filter with a small footprint and lowest upfront cost, pick Culligan ZeroWater and plan for more frequent filter changes. If you want a feature-rich countertop RO with hot and cold water on demand and a modern interface, pick the Waterdrop A1. A1. If you want a budget-friendly option under $100, go for the Epic Pure Dispenser. And if you want stainless steel, no electricity, and a system that is great for emergency preparedness, go with British Berkefeld. Links to all the products I talked about are down in the description. If this video helped you, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Drop your questions in the comments and let me know which countertop water filter I should test next. And stick around for the next video for a deeper dive into the data, how AquaTru performed, and why it secured the top spot on this list. Click or tap to keep watching.